From the crossroads of America, we're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And off we go from Lucas Oil Stadium. Ashton Doolin now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And that's good for a gain of 5. As he's outshired that time on the tackle.
So let's see. A week ago, okay, he didn't get the touches, didn't get the yards, he didn't get any efficiency. He didn't play to the standard that he carries himself with. That early run, he's trying to change that.
Gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Taylor again. And they've got a first down. Give him a gain of 13 on that previous play. Got him on back-to-back plays, Brock, and he's got them moving now on this opening series.
Yeah, he's not needed any time at all to find his groove and settle in. This should set the table for the rest of the day.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Going to the ground again on first. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Richardson. That's brought in. This is back Jonathan Taylor. And he managed what he can up to the 48. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throw here, 3rd down. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And the Texans have it. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown.
14. Touchdown, Houston.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. They jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Colts,
On their sideline after that fumble return score, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. On the ground first, it's a give to Taylor. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after what looks like a yard gain. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's going to be caught by Tyler Warren. He's going to be taken down. A gain of about 14 on the play. And that is a Colts 1st down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And they're going to get to him. Bring him down. After around about 13 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down to Indianapolis.
That's good for a Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Now Richardson to throw. And the hit's going to separate him from that football. Incomplete. Not surprising to find a defender in the area there over the middle challenging that one, partner. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Oh, Richardson fumbled it. But I believe somebody on the Colts got to it first. They're luckily hanging on to the football. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender timed it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
60 vices.
Now a designed run. Here's Richardson. And he can't do it himself. They're on him short of the line to gain, and the defense forces the turnover on down.
4th down, you want the ball in the hands of your biggest and best playmaker. In a lot of offenses, that is the QB. They trusted him to run for it, but the defense locked it down in time.
And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Working on 2nd down. Fields. Collins got it left side. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Being limited to a couple.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt to pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Fields now on 3rd. And this throw's going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. No time to make that pass. Lucky he got rid of it at all, Brock. It's 4th down. The Texans set to punt. He'll scrape together what he can on the return. Gets it back to the 20. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. And he's going to get taken down. They got to him back at the 7. Daniil Hunter. The first of the year for him, one of last year's leaders. He had 15 sacks last season. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. 7-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They are facing 2nd down deep on their own end. Richardson back to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Azeez Al-Shire has it.
Intercepted by the Texans. They'll take over 1st and 10.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right.
Now a give. It's Chandler headed left. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. And he gets it away, but nowhere close to that target. Incomplete. Quick thinking just to get rid of it there. No chance. It's 3rd down. Field throwing here. Back to the same target, but it is the same result. Incomplete. The defense keyed in on him once again. Applied some contact to break up that catch. It's 4th down. Up and good from Fairbairn. And they come away with some points on that series.
You look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
On the return, here's Doolin. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Zone read, handoff to Taylor. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, just run away from it. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
The big chunk picked up on that play. Over 20, and it gets him the first.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw, Richardson. Going with the screen to Taylor. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion or at a premium in this league.
He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Throwing now, Richardson. They get to him and they drop him. And that's going to knock them out of field goal range. Will Anderson Jr. And now it's going to be 4th and 13. that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's Fields to throw. Pressure gets there. The defense gets home. He's dropped at the 14. Latu. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down. Running back motions right. 2nd down throw for Fields. Look is there, but so is a defender. That hit forces the drop, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play. You're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
3rd and long for him here. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Now Fields. The right side hauled in by Collins. And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that 1st down.
1st down, Texans.
Fields looking to throw. To the right, pulled in by Palmer. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple. A couple of yards on the catch leaves him 2nd and 8.
At the 46-yard line.
Fields to throw it. Flush out now to his left. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand-in-hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
This connects with Schultz. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Now it's Fields. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
24-yard line.
To the air. Stroud. Cut near the goal line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Offense in a hurry up here.
Houston.
They kick the running back in motion. Chandler. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Houston calls calls its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Well, they had 1 yard to give there, Brock, and they've given it. So now they got to stop them at the line these next couple of plays.
And I think still advantage offense, Kate. You can run it, but on one of these 2 downs, you have to throw it, I would think.
Watching the goal line, but he won't reach it. So the defense keeps him out and forces 3rd and goal. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains in this half. Defense made the stand last time, so they have another one in them here on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw Fields. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Now the shotgun gives to Chandler. And he gets in. Touchdown! Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the thing.
Pressure off left, and it's blocked!
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. On the return, here's Doolin. He's got a lead up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Taylor had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. A pistol snap, Fields. He can run it. He steps out of bounds as this play goes for 25 yards. Nice work there. And that gives Houston the 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way. Only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Off play action. It's Fields. And the catch won't survive the contact this time. Incomplete. That was a tough ass partner making that play against double coverage. It's 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It would be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Throwing on 2nd. Here's Fields. Collapsing, and he's going to pay the price. They on 2 and on 2. Matching last week's effort for that sack.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. And maybe time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
Escapes the pocket. They're after him, and they're going to take him down way behind the line of scrimmage. And that's going to force 4th down, quite a ways to go. They're up now, ready to punt it. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. He's going to be taken down here, but not before the play gets him 12 big yards and a 1st down.
Run like that, King, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Here's Richardson. On the move, headed right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
2nd down carry for Taylor. Brought down there after a gain of about 14 yards. And that's going to be good for a Colts 1st down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go again with Taylor. Shot right in here. He's past the 30. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That is the spark that they needed. 33 yards.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Richardson fires quickly out wide. Gain 6 on that play. That means it is 2nd down manageable.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That play bubble wide open.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. Powering ahead and in. Touchdown, Colts. Jonathan Taylor from 5 yards away. Comes a 2-point try partner, Richardson bringing his offense to the line.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. He's into the end zone again, so he gets them the touchdown and the 2, and single-handedly shaves 8 points off that lead.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Fields out of the gun. Into the hands of Schultz. He's brought down. Play goes for, looks like about 11 yards. And that gives the Texans a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Right back to Schultz. He's got it again. He's going to be out of bounds there. Defenders make the stop after a gain of about 17. And that is a Texans 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Fields on 1st down. Collins there to grab it. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They to get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Houston.
And the Texans.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
On first down, they'll run with Montgomery. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Working on second down. Fields has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Fields throwing here. And no luck. That's incomplete, and that means it is 4th down. Now, we've been perfect to that point on the drive, but first time we've seen this coverage force them into a misstep in a while.
Well, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground, to knock them out of that rhythm. It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. They give to Taylor, right side. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's Taylor from the pistol. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. All set to go now from the 35.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Short pass brought in. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Following the penalty, 5 yards to go here on second.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Running it after the penalty. On a shorter marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
At the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Here we go, set. 60 in.
Lost control of another one. Oh, but look at this. He gets it back. He did him a solid by recovering that, but not helping him with the yards lost afterwards as this play finally comes to an end.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, Well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Ahead of fourth down, officials stepping in here, a timeout call. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. The Colts ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, first and 10. Back to throw, here's Fields. Connection made to Dell. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picks up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Running on second with Montgomery. This one stopped, Blade gains about 6 yards, and that gives Houston the first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Second down, here's Fields. And they will take him down. They've got him back to the 41. Stewart there again. And it's the second time that he's got in this game, his 6th sack of the season.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Texans nearing their first win of the season. So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile. They bring Collins in motion right. Third and long for him here. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down well short of the neighborhood of that first down marker. So give him about 6 on that play. And now it's 4th down. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Punting unit out now. Thomas Morstead will kick it away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson to throw. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor hit there and he's forced out. Gain of about 15 before it. And that is a Colts 1st down.
That whole operation right there, Kate, delivered with conviction. Passes have to be if you want to pick up 1st downs and keep the drive on schedule.
Richardson back to throw. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
That incompletion right there, Kate, it does stop the clock and it gives you a chance. A chance to get in that huddle, regroup, and make sure you just fire your best shots here down the stretch.
Going on 2nd down, it's Richardson. Defender meeting at the catch point and breaking up that catch. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
Obviously not a tough call to make here. It is 4-down territory from here on out. The tough thing is to find a play you could execute in this moment.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Now to throw. Buys time, rolling right. It's downfield. He's got it. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off in that game.
21 yards. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Connecting again with Downs. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line.
Colts 1st down. 1st and 10.
In the red zone on 1st. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot. Unfortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
You know, there's a little bit of the risk of a 50-50 ball in the end zone. Some of these defenders today, man, they can elevate with the best of them. That's one they got away with. It should have been a pick and a touchback.
Richardson now on 2nd. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Texans take over as he records his 10th career INT.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Look at this, 3 tight ends to the right on his 1st and 10. Now we'll get to Chandler, running right. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. Pinned down deep on your own side, Brock. You know what that defense is thinking. They want to stick it to you, but they still found a way to find a little running room there.
He spent quite a bit of time really in training camp. Not in season as much, Kate, but in training camp working on this backed-up situation. And that's exactly what you want. You want to see the ball matriculate forward. And to do it on the ground, even better.
So the Texans come away with a road win. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.